What's happened, you bad motherfuckers? Tuesday morning, June the 10th. It's Frank Scolari Day in Hudson County. Anyway, we're here with the Church New Testament coming at you on a beautiful day to be alive. Kick it, Lee. Hey, Uncle Joey here. Listen, making money moves should be easy. That's why there's Cash App. Cash App is fast and safe. No extra hoops to jump through, no extra stress. All the tools are right there in front of you to help you cash in. It's very easy to get started. You don't even need a bank account. All you need is your phone number or an email address. I love Cash App. My wife uses it for everything. It's secure, and they're about to send money to a sketchy account. They'll let you. The other big guys don't do that. Listen, for a limited time only, new Cash App users can use my exclusive code to earn some additional cash. For real, there's no catch. Just download Cash App and sign up. Use my exclusive referral code, CHURCH, CHURCH, in your profile. Send $5 to a friend, and within 2 weeks, 14 days, you'll get $10 dropped right into your account. Terms apply. That's money. That's Cash App. We're back like herpes. What's happening? It's a beautiful Tuesday morning. What's up, Lee? How was your weekend?
Oh, one of the best weeks ever. Dude, I gotta be honest. Side Splitters, I think, is my number one club for me.
You love it now.
It's, and I'm sure you remember, but like, it's the first club that really took a chance on me. So like, to me, I would do anything for them. It was like a 7-show week. It was the best. It was like one of the best weeks I've ever had. So cool. 7 shows. Not all of them went well. Not all of them. I'm not saying all of them were great.
They're not supposed to. But
it was like, I learned a lot. I got to see Greg Fitzsimmons, which was awesome. I got to do the radio 2 days in a row, which was really cool. Like, it was like a little mini like training camp. It was awesome. It was, and like, people came out. Some people came to 2 shows, which was really cool. It was just I got heckled by a little person, which was really fun.
You fell.
Oh, I did.
I got the
fell
report.
Going on
he fell down the stage.
Oh, they had these edible drinks, and I was running up. It was the headlining show on Saturday, the early show, and I just, for the first time ever, just like kind of, I put my foot down, and it just didn't really, and I ate it. And then, you know what's funny? I just saw last week, there's a clip of Ralphie doing some sort of late night set, and he eats it, and he goes, and as soon as he stands up, he goes, "That was the funniest thing that's happened on the show in a long goddamn time." And then immediately I do it. So yeah, it was, anything that could have happened did happen. It was awesome.
Well, for me, I got to be honest with you. This podcast is called The Church of What's Happening Now, or Next Generation, or The Next Chapter, whatever the fuck we call it. But this podcast is basically, should be called The Education of Lee. And as a fucking guy that watches everything, I think last week, your behavior, the way you looked at it, everything, I'm very proud of you.
Thanks.
You went A to fucking Z across the board. You made the video coming out of the ocean with those fucking hairy shoulders. You're like a Jewish fucking wolf man.
I know.
I turned down like 200,000 in ads last week. They want to send a chick to come in here and sandblast your shoulders.
Why would
Another
you turn that
company
down?
wants to shave your shoulders and make you a wig.
Deal.
You know, it's.
This
we got
is the only
so
good
many
one.
fucking offers for your shoulders, but you got to knock it off. You got to have the chick double time and shave your shoulders.
Dude, it doesn't work. It doesn't work.
What do you mean it's everywhere? My friend bumped into you in the ocean. He thought he was getting fucking grabbed by a sea reef. Like one of those, you know, when I go down I love the beach, right? Any beach, California, New Jersey. But the first time one of those vines wraps around my leg, I'm done. I'm done. I just turn around and run out of, that's it. That's my day at the fucking beach. But they said you had like tentacles coming out of your shoulders and shit, grabbing people by the neck.
Dude, I have hair everywhere but my head, and it's fucking. You probably never saw that Tim Allen movie, when he was with Santa Claus, like he turned into Santa and he tried to shave and immediately grew back. If I shave my back today, by Thursday, it's worse.
Well, keep shaving until you turn into the Jew Wolf Man. I'm telling you right now.
I'm already the Jew Wolf Man.
That's the name of this. Eric, that's the script to write, the Jew Wolf Man. He only comes out between 11:30 and 11:45. That's it. He comes out, they got a coupon. That's it. And he fucking goes back home. Tremendous.
That would be amazing.
But all honesty, you sat in those rooms with all those comics. I think 2 weeks ago I said on the podcast that you learn some good things from some bad people once in a while. And it's very tough to digest, but you're like, the guy had 3 good qualities, and I took one of them. Like, I learned from one of his qualities.
Right.
You had a lot of good comedians and a lot of bad comedians, but everybody laid an opinion down, and you grasped it. And I'm just really proud of you. It took 10 years, whatever. Let's say 10 years, 8 years, whatever the fuck it's been. But it's been great to see you grow as a human being. I mean, these people don't know that you were like a fucking deaf mute when I met you. You wouldn't even talk. You went, yeah. I gave you that can with the hash, and that was it.
Oh, yeah.
You know, people always blaming on the drugs. Sometimes drug open a motherfucker up. And Lee needed to fucking, he hit that hash on that Coca-Cola can, and I just turned around. I go, there goes the old Lee up in smoke. I heard coughing. His face was red. He was holding on like fucking.
My lungs have never recovered from that one
kid
hit.
From Cleveland last week, he was holding on to his throat. That was Lee. My wife was patting him in the back. The cat was holding him. But it's been a real pleasure to watch you grow. I always like watching people grow, man. I love catching somebody early and going, that motherfucker watches smoke. And it's not the people that the industry pick. It's never the people that, the 20 up and coming, those guys lose it. They're weak and white. They just fall apart. I'm in an article. I'm headed to Saturday Night Live. And then when they don't make Saturday Night Live, they crinkle. That's it, you know. And you just did great, man. And, you know, I'm sure you're up for great things if you keep this pace up. It's been a little slow for you, but this shit doesn't happen overnight, because if it did, everybody would do it.
Right.
It's about the time when your wife tells you you're a loser. You're about 48, and your wife's like, you know what? If you would have played the harmonica, you would have been in an orchestra right now. You still want to fucking crack stupid jokes with a bunch of drunk people and go to the corner. And it's just about when you're looking for a job. When you got that, you know, fuck it, I'm going full time, and you start looking, that you get that call. And you never know when that call or what that's going to be, so you better be prepared.
Right, and I'm just...
You better be prepared. That's it.
It just means the world to me. I was talking to the owner of Side Splitters, and it's just, for comics at my level, features and like stuff, it's almost impossible unless someone takes a chance on you. And like, you took a chance on me, Josh takes me out, takes a chance on me, but it's such a struggle right now to like get that opportunity. And I'm a lot luckier than most. So this is my second time at this club, and it's just you know, I've heard you talk about it. Like when people aren't giving you the chance, when someone finally does, like I would, if the owner of Side Splitters asked me to kill a guy, I probably would. Like it it means a lot.
You know, Lee, listen, this is what people don't know. I'm not taking a chance with you when I take you out at all. Comedy is not a funny business. Comedy is not a movie business. Comedy is none of the above. For people who don't know, comedy is a karma business. And how many people said to me, hey, I remember people calling me that were fucking stars and going, you got 30 minutes? And I'm like, really? I got about 16 and a half. But I'll fucking give it my best. And they didn't take a chance on me. They just said, come on. I worked with worse people. Come on down there. And that's what comedy's about. It's not about the funniest guy. That's great. It's the guy. It's a karma business. It's a universal business. The universe watches. So just when you're ready to hang yourself, that's when that club calls you. Hey, we gotta, and they call you in a bad situation, but you don't give a fuck, because if they would have called you, and any other time in your life, you tell them to go suck your dick, but they'll call you like Friday at 2. You already got plans with Mama, but this is your chance.
Right? Oh yeah.
You got a headlining at whatever, you know, Gotham, whatever. And this is what I tell people: answer that fucking phone. Answer that fucking phone, because that could be Paramount. You don't even know. That could be anybody. Answer that phone, but. I'm really proud of you. I'm really proud that you stuck with it, you know, and you have a direction. A lot of people just are running around like a fucking crazy Indian. Not you. You have a direction. You ask questions. You ask a lot of questions, and hey, man, yeah, you ask a lot of questions.
I try,
and, hey, listen, you got to ask questions. You know, it's like when you're a feature acting, they say, hey, you're going to work with Attell this weekend. And like, you remember a joke that Attell had in one of his specials. And like the second night, you get comfortable with him. Now you can ask him creepy questions. How'd you write that joke? What? I heard he's got a fucking new joke.
Oh, really?
That he says, listen, I know you're not going to like me after I say this, but he goes, there's times you got to use the N-word. He goes, I know that people are going to get mad at me for using the N-word, but I'm going to have to say it. Newark Airport. And he goes, people lose his fucking mind.
Oh, he's the best.
Yeah, but it's like, nobody takes a chance on you. It's a karma business. We've all been there. Unless you're an insensitive fuck and you don't remember that you bombed for 8 years. George, how many times did you see me bomb? Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
And nobody remembers the bombs. It's 20 years ago. Nobody's going to remember them. Who gives a fuck? Keep going, keep going, keep going. And some people can't handle it. Some people got to get therapy. Some people have to fucking, they can't handle the rejection. And that's fine. That's when you put your fireman helmet on and you fucking go to battle. And you did it, and I'm proud of you. How long is it? 9 years you've been?
I'm in my 8th year right now.
Okay, 8 years.
So yeah, I'm trying.
Which is really 6 years.
Right.
Because for 2 years you walk around like a fucking idiot anyway. I did.
Yeah.
The first 2 years I walked around like an idiot. Then I made a plan, and then I attacked, and here we are fucking 90 years later. But it doesn't matter how long the journey took. Because the journey is all I'm going to, when I'm in that casket, that's all I'm going to remember. Is that fucking journey and how great it was. My car breaking down, having to sleep with some chick with one eye, to get gas money. You got to do all this crazy shit, but that's part of the fucking journey. And that's why I signed up for this. After I read the one fucking crazy guy's book that he lived in the hotel in the city.
Lenny Bruce,
and he fucking hung out with strippers at night and shit, and he shot heroin. I'm in. What's the alternative? I'm going to carry a suitcase to New York every day with a little bag and an apple in it. I'm going to fucking shoot myself. I'll jump off that fucking bridge. So
I don't blame you.
This is how we did it. This is how we do it, cocksuckers. You got to go for broke every goddamn day. Give me a minute. We'll be right back with my main man, Mr. Eric Alessandro. Hey, Uncle Joe here. If you're looking for a complete meal without a sink full of dishes, Huel is your answer. It's perfectly balanced meal that tastes like a milkshake, bottled up and ready to go wherever you go. Their black edition ready to drink has a whopping 35 grams of protein, 27 vitamins and minerals, lots of fiber and low sugar so you can stay fueled up. I love the iced coffee. I love the chocolate. My wife likes the iced coffee more than me. She puts it on ice, and what do you got? You got yourself 37 grams of protein. So start saving time and money without compromising your nutrition today with this exclusive offer for new customers. Ready for this? 15% off by pressing in my exclusive code CHURCH at Huel.com. That's 15% off for all new customers with code CHURCH, CHURCH, at Huel.com. See show descriptions for the terms and condition. Skip the stress, not the nutrition. Try Huel today for complete nutrition bottled. And it comes in a lot of flavors. Again, Huel. It's tremendous. We're back. Anyway, we got my main man, Mr. Eric Alessandro, Staten Island zone. What's happening, buddy?
Dude, there's a D in the beginning of that.
Which one?
D'Alessandro.
Okay, what did I say? Alessandro? I don't fucking.
I got to buzz balls. Everybody does it.
Eric.
Yes, sir. Staten Island.
You know he likes you when he gets your name wrong. People still come up to me and tell me I'm the director from Israel. I'm not a director. I'm not from Israel. We have a friend named Agostino. He calls him D'Agostino.
Yeah,
that's how we know. That's how you know he likes you is when the name's wrong.
I don't know. I'm sorry if that was
maybe
a bad start.
I have a friend Alessandro. That's why. So
it's fine. No one cares.
What's happening, brother?
What's up, man? Thank you so much for having me. I have to tell you, last year you said something really nice about me on your podcast, and I was blown away, man. That was really sweet of you. Thank you so much.
Well, I never heard of you till I moved to Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
sounds about right.
And then when I moved here, my neighbors who are from
Staten Island.
What part of
Staten Island?
No, the part where you're from, not where.
Oh, the North Shore.
North Shore.
North Shore.
What's the name? Where's the bakery at?
That's in the North Shore.
Malone.
Yeah, Port Richmond.
Malone. All right, so they're from that area. And they asked me if I had seen you. And I go, no. And at that time, I just moved here.
Come on here.
I just left Comedyville. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just left L.A.
Yeah.
Where you're surrounded in your neighborhood. And I'm like, no, I don't know who that is. And then one day you popped up, and it was a interesting video, and you were selling. You know, you were like, listen, come to my show. But it just wasn't you in front of a fucking brick wall, like I told Lee the other day.
Yeah.
These guys are all doing these videos. And, hi, I'm in whatever. Or they try to come at you like, yeah, I'm sitting here at the park. Don't forget to come take a dog. Nobody wants to see that shit.
Yeah.
You got to grab me. You got to fucking grab me. You got to sit on a toilet with a newspaper, smoking a joint. Hey, what are you doing this weekend? I'm at that. And that's what people remember. And you were actually doing that. You were doing all these videos. You did one where you called somebody and it was Tony Soprano on the other line.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I'm fucking dying. I'm like, holy shit. And I said it. And this is what I said on this podcast. I go, I'm happy that you're doing comedy, and I hope you like it and everything. But I don't think this is where you're going to end up.
Oh, man. Thank you.
I just don't think you're going to end up with comedy. You might do comedy for 8 or 9 years, and then something big is going to come your way. You're a director.
Oh, thank you, man.
You're
thank
a
you so much.
big-time director. I know these videos, you know, and I know what I see. And I can't shoot videos like that. Not even that thought. Like that you just have something that's very creative. I could tell that you take your time.
Oh, yeah.
You take your time with stuff. And you're always prepared because you're always shooting a video for that next week.
Yeah.
Or something. Now the other day you put one up with the baby. You know, it's always something different. And comedy, listen, I love comedy because you could do whatever the fuck you want from me.
Yeah.
You could act, you could direct, you could produce. You do it all.
Yeah.
Like, I always looked at a comic, and like, people are like, you're a comedian, Joe. You know, I learned on a corner, cracking jokes, and people walk by. You say stupid things. I wonder what her ass smells like. You say stupid shit, and your friends fucking laugh. And you know, that's it. Now you're doing it in a big fucking spectrum, and you're like, if these fucking idiots knew.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't go to, there's no training for stand-up. It's just a bunch of jerk-offs talking shit in the corner. And all of a sudden, like, I know what I can't do and what I could do. But one night I was watching Roseanne Barr on Larry King. And she had thrown out the writers from her show, The Christmas Party, when she hit #1. And he asked her, he goes, why did you throw those? No, he didn't throw out the writers. She threw out the staff of ABC, would not allow him into her party. Like, most people get fired for that. She was like, fuck you, out. Because you guys are just a bunch of bad idea motherfuckers and all this shit. And she goes, what the networks forget is that we've been doing what they've been doing better.
Oh,
We
yeah.
produce, direct, we write, we
So
choreograph. Every move is planned. It looks untrained to the consumer. They're like, oh, my God. No, we planned that move. From touching my nose to fucking grabbing my knee. Everything is fucking, you already have it planned. And you're on your way. Like, listen, when I started doing comedy, I knew I was going to end up a comedian. Nowhere in my life did I ever go, well, I'm going to direct now. And put a little hat with a fucking thing and try to get financing. Come on, give me a break. But you, my friend, you're young. You got the world by the balls. You're doing it perfectly. Your nose ain't wide open. You know, you're not living in L.A. You're right here. Taking your time, brewing, and waiting for fucking to throw that Italian bomb. You know what I'm saying? Just pull that grenade and fucking whip it. So
yeah, I mean, I tried the LA thing. It was all right, but I think that, like, I just really saw the the wide open road that was the internet. You know, like, it's one of those things. I tried to get up at the Comedy Store, tried to do the Laugh Factory when I was living out there, and I noticed that it was all politics. It was all like this thing where you had to play their specific game, and I was just like, I've never done that, so like I just figured a different way to do it, you know. And I think I'm like an editor at heart. I love editing, and so I guess I just went with like what I was good at, you know. And then stand up actually came after that, but yeah, man, I definitely want to do a lot of shit. I think that might have held me back though, because I've always wanted to do too many things. Like, I like making music. I like doing serious stuff. I like doing silly stuff. And it was kind of, I'd have a lot of generals back in the day with like agents or people, casting directors. Like, what do you want to do? What's the one thing? And I'd be like, I have no fucking idea. I can't pick one thing. I'm all over the place, kind of. And so, yeah, I'm a little older than people might think I am, but I'm not. No, I'm not that old.
You look like you're 28 to me, so
I can still play it off.
So that fucking works for me, you know.
Yeah, man.
But listen, man, this is a journey.
Oh yeah, I've been enjoying it.
Anything can happen along the way. You pick up a little dough, mom is happy, the baby's happy, but then you're allowed because of your freedom. We have so much fucking freedom in the daytime. You come up with whatever the fuck.
Dude, I was thinking about that today. I was like, man, because I'm always stressed about my career. Because, like, you know, it's not where I come from. Everybody's a cop, garbage man, something secure, right? With the pension benefits. And I got none of that shit. You know, I fucking pay $2,000 a month for health insurance and it's dog shit. I don't even have dental. So it's scary. But, like, I was playing with my son today with my wife in my living room, and I was like, man, it's fucking 9 in the morning. We're just playing around. Like, even if it wasn't like that financially rewarding, which it is, even if it wasn't, I'm like, I would trade this. Dave Chappelle once said, when his dad asked him, like, when he wanted to be a comedian, and he was like, well, Dad, if I can make as much money as a teacher doing comedy, that sounds pretty good. So I was like, that's a great way to look at that. If I could do if I can make what my friends make working fucking not even a quarter, I don't even know what the hell compared. I don't know how many hours a year do I work. I have no idea. It's low. So, like, it's such a blessing. And yeah, like you said, man, it's a journey. And even in the dark times, you look back and it's like, fuck it, that was worth it because of XYZ, or you got an idea from it, you know. And like living a regular life is so important. When I lived in LA, man, it was so many, like, my wife, she worked at this place in West Hollywood, and all of her friends wanted to be actors, directors, and stuff. And I never did shit. I never went out. I never got drunk. I only wrote. It's all I did, morning to night. I wrote constantly. And I would see them out. They're like, I want to direct. And I'm like, then why the fuck are you here? Mm-hmm. Why are you here? Why are you hanging out here? You should be working on it. And I think in LA, it's easy to get, like, lost in everybody just up each other's ass and trying to, like, pretend they're doing something, rather than, like, I like going to TJ Maxx with my wife. I'll hear some woman on Staten Island say something crazy. I'm like, oh, that's fucking hysterical. And it's real life that we all live, you know? Like, we were in Target one time, and this lady was arguing with her wife, and the dad just goes, can you fucking shut the fuck up for 2 seconds? I was like, this is incredible. This is a real person. It was amazing. So, like, yeah, man, it's hard, but it's the fucking greatest at the same time.
It's so weird how you can't get into any of the 3 clubs in Hollywood without your manager call.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like, that's the main thing. Like, your manager has to call, hi, you know, what's in such for Smith and Wallenda. We want to see if we can get Lisa at a showcase or how it works, you know. And that's what they want now. When I got to LA, you could just call the talent director and go, I want them to put me on the list. You have 2 references? Yeah, this guy and that guy.
Yeah.
Okay, you're on the list. I'll see you fucking 2 years. You know, at least it worked. Now.
Oh, wow, really? It was like a waiting list?
Oh, yeah. When I got to the Laugh Factory, I did the store the first night. I got in town like at 6, took a shower, went to Acapulco, all you could eat, and went right to the fucking store. And then the next morning I got up, it was Tuesday, and I went to the Laugh Factory and stood on line outside. Mm-hmm. You have to wait out there until what's-his-name brings you waters and shit. And I remember going in there, and he's like, I'm not going to showcase you, but call the receptionist in the morning and it was January of 97. My showcase was in October.
Wow. Holy shit.
Fucking October. And that was then. I don't even know what it would be like now.
Now that doesn't exist.
So now you have to go there, have like a recommendation.
Yeah.
You know, maybe your agent calls if you're with like one of the big 3 or the big 4, and then you get put in. That's where it's very political, I think. That somebody that's just a hustler, that's a fucking funny motherfucker, can't just call and go, hey man, give me a shot.
I saw when I went for the two things pissed me off. One being, like, I guess a New Yorker who was just like impatient. And the other thing was, like, there's a potluck. They do that for the Comedy Store. You put your name in a hat. But then, like, the same 7 names are always on the list.
Right.
So it's like, well, that's not really random. And they also make you leave. Oh, I'm sorry, you can't leave. So it's like, you got to sign up at 5. They don't put out the list till 7:30. So if I'm like a bartender or a waitress or something, I have to now either leave twice or wait around for 2.5 hours or whatever it is, an hour and a half, and wait to see if I'm picked, where they could have a text message list. It could be like, I could run in, put my name in the hat, and then run back to work, continue my shift. And if I get a text like, you were selected, then it's like, all right, I can leave. But like, it was just like a weird, like, unnecessary thing. And I remember being like, I have all these jokes I want to do, but like, I could either do them maybe, I don't know, once every 6 months if they pick me, or I could just fucking say them to my phone and 20,000 people will see it. And that's kind of how I just like hustled that way, you know, like I was constantly writing, but I was really writing bits that I would do at like open mics and shit. And then I would try to figure out a way, because other than that, I don't know how people would do it. Like you said, I don't know if you can have your manager call. I don't know if you can have your agent. I don't know how the hell it works.
Yeah,
now.
that's how the best way is to have somebody and then a comic from there, like Bill Burr or somebody like that. But it's funny. And I'm going to tell you something. Those 2 hours they make you wait are the fucking worst 2 hours of your life because you're sitting around with mental health patients.
Exactly.
They're all mental health people, dog. Boom chakalaka come up with a shopping cart and they give you an old album he took out of the garbage. Dog, Sunday nights at the store, that's mental health bill. That's right there. Listen, I need mental health issues. Like my man said, if you're a comedian, a musician, you're always teetering on the mental health thing. The people who go to those open mics on Sunday, woo, there used to be a girl that used to go that every week changed her wig. And sometimes while she was there, she would change wigs. And I asked her, why do you change wigs? She's like, it's whatever I feel. I was like, enough.
Because LA has the combination of crazy and also American Idol. So like here, it's just some guy outside of 7-Eleven like, oh, we get $1. There, it's, I'm going to be a star and I'm fucking crazy. So you'll see somebody like, I saw a guy riding a bicycle playing a tuba in LA. A homeless guy. I've seen, one of the funniest things outside of Trader Joe's on Vine, I think. He was just playing a guitar with like a box asking for change, and there was one string on the guitar. He wasn't even playing it. He was just strumming it. Just a crazy fucking guy. So like, but now though, man, like at the Comedy Store too, like it's so like, I don't want to say corporate because that's a bad word. That
it is corporate.
But like,
it's all become
so
corporate.
many people are there that it's like Disney World versus when you went, it was just like a comedy club.
It was a comedy.
Now
it was
it's
a
like
dirty comedy club run by the inmates.
Yes. Now it has like a clean.
From 97 to 2006 when I left, it was us. You went behind the bar, you fucking made a drink. I'd be on the outside line making long distance calls. You know, it was fucking, it was like fucking. There was a guy who sold coke there. Everything was there for you, one-stop shopping. And then it got cleaned up. Even before I left, it was a great club, but there was still a little, because of so many lunatics were there at that time, there was still a little, now.
It was still a little dirty.
There was still a little dirty.
Yeah.
Now, you know, it's a very, you have to appease to a lot of different people.
Oh, yeah.
You have to, because if not, they feel like they're not part of it, and then they'll fucking call like somebody on you.
Yeah.
We live in a world that if anybody doesn't get a chance, or they don't, and listen, when you're in that business, chances come few and far between. So, but these people put themselves in a bad position, then they go, then they expect something. And now, you know, it's like you asked me a question if I had gone to the Comedy Cellar. And I said, no, nothing against the Comedy Cellar. It's a great club. But A, I don't want to start over again. And B, it's a different type of club.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
They have to make people happy, especially down there. I'm not here to make people happy. I'm here to make people laugh.
Oh, yeah.
So when you want to get a brick wall and some pot smoke and maybe a mouse to go by, you call me.
Yeah.
Call me.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And put funny on stage, whether they're midgets, white, black, green, purple. I don't care what color they are, but they better be funny. Don't put them on because you feel I have to put these people on to make everybody, it's I don't know, what do they call that shit? They gave it to the African Americans years ago. What is it?
Affirmative action.
Affirmative action for comedy now. Now, well, wait a second. I can't put 4 funny guys now. I got to put a lesbian up front. I got to put a lesbian up front. I got to put a Chinese guy that's missing an eye, number 2. Because
it's got to look like a college textbook.
Right. That the Disabilities Act, they're not there. I got to put a black guy. God forbid I don't put a Latino guy. John Leguizamo will be going off on the Instagram, right? You know, and that's what you have. I just want the 15 funniest people who called for tonight. When you go back to that format, call me. Call me.
It's also guys who are constantly there. people who don't go home and like live at the club, they also get good spots because they don't do anything else.
That was me. That was us. We all hung out at a fucking comedy club at one point. That was your life. What are you going to go home for? To watch a black and white TV so the neighbor, so the landlord knocks on your door and tell you the rent is due from 3 weeks ago? I'm not going home.
Yeah.
I'm going to go home when he goes to bed at 10 o'clock. Then I go home. But no, it's just, listen, you're always going to have your favorites. You're always going to have these things. And I could take that, but I'm not going to take that I'm losing a spot because you got to put somebody in there to appease the audience. I'm not doing that. I don't want to be a part of that. I came up, if you're funny, you belong there. If you're not funny, go somewhere else. Go to Street Caucus. Go to the mental institution. They'll fucking love you there. You know?
Yeah. Of course.
You know, I think that the cities have gotten very, what is that word?
Politically correct.
Politically correct.
Yeah.
You know, if you go anywhere under 20th Street, I'm going to get booed. First of all, I'm a fucking dinosaur. I don't belong at those clubs, those college clubs
I
anyway.
fucking love you, Joe. Come on.
But no, you don't. It's a young man's game. I'm going to go out there with white hair and missing tooth and try to be funny.
Yeah, but they love you. You know they love you.
Dog, these new kids don't love anybody. They love knock-knock jokes. You say fag. I can't. Well, how did they talk in your house? What did they all fucking just wear fucking slippers? And, that's what you have now. These kids, listen, dog, I have nieces. And they tell me, like, when I say fucking off-color shit, they make believe they don't hear because they love me. But that shit isn't even in their world no more. It's not even in their fucking realm the way we spoke. You can't speak like this now anymore. These kids have a heart attack. Oh, they'll go, you remind me of my Uncle Louis. Then I'm in. My Uncle Louis spoke like that. He went to jail for 80 years. Then I'm in. But besides that, it's just...
I think I will push back a little bit. I think it depends. Like I go to New York Comedy Club all the time. I've been really happy with the audiences. Like I think people want comedy. I think that shit it's dying a little bit.
Yes, it is dying.
For sure. And I think that you would fucking crush, man. They like, cause you're joking. I think that's been people are aware of that again. For some weird time between like 2015, obviously during like the crazy shit of like COVID, people started to believe the shit people were saying as if like it wasn't a joke. I'm good friends with Brian Holtzman, and like, how could you not? This guy's just screaming just the craziest shit. How could you not realize he's the sweetest guy in the world? Like, how do you not know he's joking? And I think that people are like, I don't know, at least comedy fans for sure, man. If you look at all the top comedians, it's real comics. It's not many like corporate people who are like really appeasing the shit that you were talking about. Like, Kill Tony's bigger than ever. And, just, I don't know. Shane Gillis like is a great example of like people not giving a fuck anymore. And even SNL was like, we fucked up, like maybe we were a little too hard on this kid, and he like has like an open door policy there. So
everybody fucked up when they got on that board because you let me know you're fucking scared. And listen,
that's true. Of course,
trying to run a business, and I appreciate that.
Yeah,
I understand that, but you have to make a decision. I still remember when did I start going to Utah?
Oh, love Utah.
Okay, that club is great. Is that the way you're talking about?
What are you talking about? You talking about Wise Guys?
Wise Guys, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I love that club.
Okay, let me tell you what happened at Wise Guys. In 1997, Doug Stanhope went to Wise Guys when they just had one club and the owner was struggling and he needed help. Doug Stanhope went to that town, and that's when he was on fire. Mm. And he went to that town and fucking buried him. He buried him so hard that they wrote letters to the Department of the Better Business Bureau and the fucking Utah's Commerce. Doug Stanhope had all the letters on his wall. I thought you meant like he killed. No, he just went after them. No, he destroyed the room. At that time, he was a killer.
Oh yeah.
When they robbed his car, and he still went on stage and won the San Francisco comedy competition and beat Dane Cook. Doug Stanhope was a fucking killer.
Wow.
When Doug Stanhope went on stage in 96, 7, 8, he wouldn't. One person would have a hard time following him. 3 people. He would destroy the improv. Mm. Oh my God. I would just go to watch his sets. Me and like 4 guys, because he would destroy those comics. They would leave. They're like, the one night where there was a benefit for a burn victim, and he didn't know the burn victim was in the front row with a fucking sailor hat on. Oh my God. Doug went into him. They banned him for a month. This is fucking classic shit. I was in Boston with him, and there was a priest walking by, and he goes, Father, where you going? He goes, I got to go to the bathroom. He goes, no. I got a tit fuck joke that's going to knock your socks off. Dog, he was on fire back then. He went to fucking Utah and did one of those hours, and they wrote a bunch of fucking letters, and the guy was, what's his name, Nelson? What's the owner?
Is it Keith?
Keith
Yeah.
Keith Nelson. Kept sending him the letters, and he's like, never again will I have a R-rated comic out here. From 1997, finally in like 2012, I just fucking sent him a note. And I go, Keith, how long we know each other? Wow. He goes, pick up the phone. I call him up. I go, Keith, when are you going to start putting fucking crazy people out there again? He goes, well, you remember what happened? I go, that shit's done with. People want this, and you're running with these fucking ukulele players.
Oh,
That's when they used to have guitar acts and got the one-man band for New Year's. Come on, you're killing me. Just watching your schedule, I'm falling apart here. I'm falling apart. Let's take a chance. He goes, I'll tell you what, you want to come? I'll give you a fucking door deal and a half, but you're not going to sell no tickets. I fucking sold that motherfucker out. And then he got greedy, and he put the other kid in there, and he bumped me to the little room, and the other kid sold 4 tickets. Then he was trying to get me back in the big room. I'm like, fuck you now. And he's like, stay Saturday. I'm like, fuck you. They showed up with pounds of weed. Utah. They showed up with pounds of weed. Some kid showed up with a bag of edibles to give everybody in the audience. It was insane. I was like, I'm coming back here. And then he brought a towel.
Oh, wow.
He took a couple chains. Like, I don't know. I go, bring a towel down there. And then he brought a towel. Then he brought the crazy lady. And now look at his schedule. He ain't got a fucking clean act in that bitch. He's got all the crazy people on that. And he opened up 3 other clubs.
Yeah.
He's got Vegas and something else. So who was right and who was fucking wrong? You ever go to Grand Rapids?
No, not yet.
Oh, wait till you get there. Oh, really? We have the most churches per capita. What are you talking about? I saw a bunch of black people selling crack on the corner. What church? They tell you. They're like, yeah, we got to be careful here. We got the most churches per capita. This is a church growing. We're not going to book you. Then they booked Jay Leno for the Grand Rapids Comedy Festival. They sold 13 tickets. Wow. Bro, they paid him like $1 million. That motherfucker came back with 3 tickets or something. No Christians. So and they used to be booked by this guy he's booking Michigan, Ohio since I started. He had great clubs when I started. He wouldn't book me in them, but he had great clubs. Now his sons are running it, and they're like 2 fucking Mormons.
Yeah.
So I walk in, and they're like giggling at me. And I'm like, what's up, Billy? You're not going to sell no tickets this weekend. Okay. And it was a 90% door deal, one of those things.
Oh, hell yeah.
And the tickets just kept, when they paid me on Saturday, I had tears in their eyes. They wouldn't even call my agent back. They were like, God damn it. I told you, there's a market for this.
Yeah.
But if you're scared, then, Portland, Oregon, they won't put a dirty act in there. That guy, his mother goes to the shows. So she watches the first show on, so you got to perform for his mother in the first row. And she hasn't laughed since 1922. She just stares at you. You're like, I'm done. I need this shit. What if I want to do a cock joke in front of you? Oh, I'll fire you.
Which way? Talking about helium?
No.
Because helium's good.
Helium's great.
Yeah.
That's the only place I'll eat ranch dressing. They have spicy ranch on the tater tots.
Fucking food, you're right.
They do have
they have really good food. I forgot about that. That was hilarious.
This club was called Harvey's. It's still there. They paper the room. It's a nightmare. He's still living on he's probably got the guy with the tube on the bike there. He's another guy for New Year's, got like a 9-string band. This is comedy.
Oh, Jesus.
Fucking comedy. Why do you have a one-man band? The guy with the...
Yeah. That's what they want to see, I guess. They like that hippie stuff.
Where's the first place you got on stage?
First place was in the Laughing Buddha in the city. So open mic.
Really?
Yeah. There was probably, I don't know. It was in 2014. There was probably 7 other comics in there. The open mics are just...
Was Grandpa still around when you started?
Nah, man. Nah, that's been closed for a while. That was a comedy club on Staten Island. That was... I don't even know when that closed. I was a kid when that closed. I wished. My first 10, 15 minutes was in this place. It's not there anymore either. what the fuck was it called? The Looney Bin. It was on Staten Island for a small time.
That was a comedy club chain? That was the chain?
No, it was next to a bowling alley. Pete Davidson also started there. Like it was a disaster. I don't think it's there anymore. Staten Island's not really a place you want to start doing comedy. So like, yeah, anywhere. I would do really anywhere in Manhattan. I did Broadway, random ass places, bars, anywhere that I could go really. But my first was in Laughing Buddha, which isn't there anymore.
Yeah, well, it's a group now.
Really?
They do. Oh, I do their shows. I'm doing.
Where it was one by the cellar? What was the?
Oh well, I mean, if it's the same group, they do open mics at every club. I'm doing a show at the Stand on the 28th that they're running.
Oh, but they had like their own location.
Oh, they had their own location. I don't think they have that anymore, but they have like a group of shows that they run all the time.
It was great, man. It was really awesome. It was very helpful. Like, I mean, I don't know where else. I mean, open mics are tough because it's just a bunch of comics who are just not paying attention to you because they're nervous about going on. So like, I was always thinking like, I wonder how I'll even know if these are funny if no one's even paying. You'll get like a random, well, that's it.
That's you're killing it at open mic.
Yeah.
That and I got like the best advice I got from open mics was we have a friend named Johnny Rock, and he said like you can't go expecting like any sort of feedback, because sometimes if you kill it at an open mic, it's bad. Sometimes if you go to an open mic and everyone thinks they're Doug Stanhope and they're like all the comics are laughing, that's never gonna work at the Improv or whatever.
True, very true.
So like the open mics, like you were talking about open mics. There was an open mic last night at Side Splitters after my show. This like 80-year-old dude, it looked like someone took a bite out of his nose. He had a bloody Band-Aid on his nose and had like 2 teeth in his mouth, and was just talking to me about all the foursomes and fivesomes he had when he was in his 30s. There are people it doesn't matter what city you're in. Open mics. I did an open mic here where the naked cowboy in Times Square? Yeah. There's the naked cowgirl, but she's about 70 years old and took her tits out at an open mic. Oof. And it was one of the it's insanity.
Can't really do that on the Tonight Show.
No, you can't.
Like I said, mental health.
Yep.
There's a thin line.
Oh, yeah.
And listen, I enjoy open mics, but in today's world, you have to do a background check. Like, you have to have like a fucking thing at the door. Hold on, put your fingerprint in here. Let me check your wrist for bracelets or slashes. Because they're fucking crazy, man. And listen, that's what makes you funny.
Oh, yeah.
Being a little off your looper. I mean, I don't do what I do because I'm fucking normal. I do what I do because there's a problem.
Oh, yeah.
Something was wrong with the wiring. So a little bit of crazy is good, but there's one level that's past that you're like,
100%.
This is not. And that's why open mics are brutal. Listen, man, I went to an open mic last week in Freehold at a hotel. It's like a glamour flight open mic. They have a headliner, and the first 8 guys, they were funny. They all have a chance. I'm not there. I'm not Kill Tony. But I was like, I don't miss these days at all. Like this shit, doing 3 of these a night and getting tortured. I don't miss these at all. I would go back. I'd get so... Listen, I was a coke fiend when I was starting doing comedy, but it didn't matter because I get so depressed. I needed to snort coke. I needed it. I was how long is this going to last? How am I going to ever move forward?
It's kind of amazing thinking that people keep going, right? For how long it's like that for? Isn't that fucking like crazy?
Well, here's the deal, Eric. It's that long for as long as you let it be that long. Okay? It's that long for as long as you let it. One day you have to make the decision, go, you know what? I'm not doing these no more. But I also came up at a different time. I came up at a time where George, me, you, and Lee, we did comedy. We're all about the same range, 5, 6, 7 years. But guess what? You got a room on Tuesdays, and he gives you a $400 budget. He's got a room on Mondays that gives him a $250 budget. I got a room that gives me $500 every other Thursday, and he's got a room on Wednesdays. And it was more of that. When I went back, I started comedy. I won a contest, and I got the house MC job, and that helped. So I didn't have to go to the open mic in Denver at the Comedy Works. I would just do that on Tuesdays. Then I left and I came here. Holy shit. That was brutal. I had to sell tickets for the comic strip. I had there was no barking in those days. they would give you 40 tickets. You sold 20 and you kept the money, whatever. I sold all of them and didn't give nothing to the comic strip. I blew off my fucking audition. Fuck you. You got me out here selling tickets like a pimp. And everybody you had to bring 4 people.
Yeah.
8 people, 6 people. I would do it every once in a while, but I didn't have no people. You can't keep bothering your people to come.
I know. Seriously, how many are they going to come to?
You know, how many shows are they going to come to, and they put you on 11:40. These people got to stay out till 11:40. They got kids and shit.
Yeah.
Just 10 more minutes and I'll be up. If you leave, they won't put me out. Come on, man. So when I went back to Denver, I was very lucky because the people I hung out with each had a room.
Mm.
So you never, ever ended up, and even the open mics that they had, they always hired a headliner to give it, you know, so the guy does 40, 2 guys perform, done 15, and everybody else does 10, then 3 open micers do 5, you know? Give the show some balance. So I was very fortunate there. So I left those things in 93. I never did one of those things ever again.
Mm.
And then I had another scam. When I would do the contest to invite my friends, I would get drugs, and they would call me for the drugs, and I'd say, no, you got to come to the comedy show.
Oh, my God. That's brilliant.
Oh, my God.
That's fucking brilliant.
And they would get pissed the fuck off. They would give me the $50 for the half gram and go, that's 20 for the ticket. No. No, ain't no 20 there for the ticket. That's completely different. You just got to come down here because there's no cops in here. And they would go, what are you talking about? The feds are watching me, dog. I'm telling you. And they would fucking buy into
I love
it.
that.
But if you come in here, this is a certified hotel. They won't come in here.
That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, that's how I won the contest. Come on down. You want Xanax? Come on down. I'll sell you all the Xanax you got. What time? 6:30? No. 8:30 at the broker.
Yeah.
Why the broker? I got my reasons. The connection's there.
Yeah.
Noriega's on the 8th floor.
And if you don't laugh, you're not getting the drugs.
Yeah, you don't get the drugs.
I was gonna say, are they a good audience? All like just fiending for
Tremendous.
it? Yeah.
Give me a bunch of junkies that want to laugh. All I got to say is fucking coke. Ah! I was killing it. That's how I won that contest. I just had my friends there. Fuck it, I ain't funny. Fuck it. That's American ingenuity, right?
Yeah,
these
bro,
idiots
that's
I
fucking
forgot.
amazing. I mean, barking is crazy.
That's crazy.
I never
Well,
had to
I like
do
it.
that. You like it?
And here's the I haven't done it in the city. I did there's a club in Saratoga, New York that they don't do the show unless there's like 9 people. So I had to do it a bunch for that. And for like an hour, it's fun. I have a bunch of friends who do it like on a nightly basis for clubs. I actually kind of, but see, like for someone at my level, it's like one of the few ways you can actually get into places. So I'm actually thinking about doing it. But I do like it because it's like kind of like crowd work in real life.
True.
You get to tease people.
Yeah.
And
Wait till you get beat up. You don't want to fucking bark, all right?
no one's. I don't want to do shit, but I got to do something.
No, you don't want to be barking at people. Like, hey, come into the... That's like... I remember when I started, people go to the mall, sell tickets. What? Like, you land... Like, I go to Wyoming, and they go, yeah, there's 10 tickets. Go to the mall, talk to girls, and sell tickets. I'm not doing that. All right? That's not going to fucking happen.
Yeah, I mean, there's a fine line between like...
What you're going to do, and after a while, you just lose your pride. And then that's...
For sure. No, for sure.
They take you as a sucker, so you got to start saying no.
Yeah, and I think
the
that like
beginning.
there are some like purists out there I think that believe like well that's just what you have to do for comedy. And I disagree with like a lot of them, especially because I came up in a time where the impact of the internet was just too goddamn strong, you know? Like I always saw that as just like if I can get you to come because you like something, if I suck as a stand-up, that you'll find out immediately. Like I think it's almost kind of hard, not harder, but like, you know, in the NBA now, a 7-footer shoots a fucking 3-pointer. Like that didn't happen when I was growing up.
No,
it didn't happen. Pitchers didn't throw 103 miles an hour when I was growing up. Now you have to like, I feel like you almost have to be better, quicker, because, or if you do have a good following online, because they're gonna come like, oh, that guy sucks, he's just funny on Instagram, you know. But if you can capitalize off that, if you have the chops and if you have like the background, it can speed the process up. What used to take 10 years, it could take a year. You know, as long as you're getting up as much as you possibly can and like and writing the jokes. But I feel like there's a lot of people I think who get famous off of like shit, like a skit or a TikTok or something, and then they start doing stand up. It doesn't translate.
It doesn't translate.
No, it's a completely different thing. You have to already be doing that. But I think like do you post stand-up clips?
A little bit. It's something that I haven't. I struggle a lot with if it's not perfect, I don't post it.
Yeah, that's a bad attitude to have.
It's never
terrible.
It's
never gonna be perfect. No clip I've ever posted I thought was good.
None.
Yeah, I'm always like, I wish I would have said this differently. Because when I'm editing it in my house, of course I can make it perfect.
Right.
But like, you know, somebody fucking stood up in front of the camera in the wrong time, and somebody coughed or whatever, you know. But I think just throw shit out there.
I have 2 up there, and I need to have more, and I'm gonna start. I need to do a lot more. It's my biggest weakness right now.
Yeah.
When you were talking about the internet, listen, the internet saved you from this. You ever go somewhere and you see somebody posted a sign, like, you know, party Friday night at 8 o'clock, be there or be square. And you're like, who puts a flyer on a car? When I could buy an ad on Facebook, hit one button. I love what the internet did for comedy. Because I'll tell you what, without the internet, I wouldn't be in this chair right now.
Oh, dude.
Okay? I would not have been anywhere. But I tell you what, it wasn't just the internet. It was the 20 years experience.
Of course.
So they all met at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they all met at the same time. This was strong. This was strong. You know, I don't know if anybody's watched it. I don't know if you even like Led Zeppelin.
Yeah, I mean.
They're on Netflix now. That documentary I was talking about is on Netflix. Watch it. It shows 4 fucking guys that just were lurking around and they just got together. And the rest was fucking history. Mm-hmm. And that's what it is sometimes. People don't understand. It's like I was really upset when I did The Longest Yard. Like 2 years. I'm like, I didn't get shit. Everybody else got something. Fucking the guy got Everybody Loves Raymond. This guy got that. Fucking, I didn't get anything. And then the producer said to me, he goes, all that shit grows in cultures. Okay, nobody's watching that right now. But someday you're going to have an HBO special. And then people are going to go, what else has he been in? Bam. Oh, well, you did Mad TV in 2001 when nobody knew you were. Bam.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, all that shit, just so you don't know what you're doing.
Oh, definitely, dude. 100%.
You don't know what the fuck you're doing. You could do a fucking movie with De Niro and Pacino, count the money, call your cousin in Staten Island and tell him I'm buying a house on Tot Hill. You know what I'm saying? I'm slinging dick, get some Asians. It's over. And that movie don't do dick. I just watched Alto Nights. Oh. Did you watch it yet?
No.
De Niro, Alto Nights. Not bad, but they expected De Niro to win an Oscar. And the movie did $3 at the movie theater. And that happens. That fucking happens where you're like, oh, when this movie comes out, bitches, they'll be sticky, you know.
Yeah.
And the movie does $3. And now what? You fucking have to sit in your house with the shades drawn. For a year.
Nah, totally.
You know, you have to sit in the house. So it's not, even if achievement is bad, it's going to come back later. And they'll come back in a positive way because somebody always go, you can't blame Eric. He was just early then. That was 20 years, Eric. You can't blame him for that bad movie. No, you're not going to blame me for a bad movie. But you know what I'm saying now.
100%.
Everything has to meet. As far as the internet today, man, you're absolutely right, Eric, and you're very good at it. You're very good at it. I know if you have good ticket sales. You've built that, though, also.
Dude, I've been doing this a lot longer than people think.
You got to build those videos.
It's been a long time.
Videos, here's the difference between you and what's going on in L.A. You ready? These fucking idiots. They go to NYU, film. And then they go out. They're going to go work in their father's company for a year. But they tell dad, nah. Just give me 1 year in L.A. I want to go out and join Groundlings or whatever the fuck you join.
Yeah.
Because their junior year, they started watching Saturday Night Live. And this is what happened in 2008, 9, because I was a victim of that. So that's why I know. You get lucky in life. Back in 2008 and 9, if you shot a video and they got if it got 500,000 fucking views, you got a call from YouTube. Like YouTube would send you an email. And then they used to have trending videos and all this shit.
Oh, yeah.
And those Joey Karates used to rock and roll. So people started calling me in for meetings and going, can you make more of those videos? And I'm like, yeah. Can you make them for us? Yeah, we'll give you 10 grand. Give me the 10 grand. And then they forget. They never even contact you for the videos. You have no idea.
Holy shit.
But what was happening with these kids were, these Saturday Night Live kids were getting a video, it would do 1 million downloads. They get to LA, they meet with everybody, and they get money and make more. Dog, when you step on shit, you step on shit.
Oh yeah.
Just shut your fucking mouth.
100%.
Because now you got everybody watching you for that next video, and that next video is gonna suck dick. It's gonna be a fucking
So
disaster.
true, yeah.
It's gonna take another 100 shoots for you to get another fucking video. And then you just quit. You go, I can't make a hit no more. I'm getting 300 a video. And that's the fucking problem with videos. But you've done that. And even Vic. Like after a while, you have to know when to place your videos. Because now you just become annoying. Now I'm gonna turn on, all right, what's he gonna have for me today? Like when I wake up every morning, I look at Gabby For You. That's a girl from Miami that swims in a bikini and she does bikini fucking modeling and shit in the morning. She's just a cute girl. She's not doing a rated X or nothing. But I like her because she's up early. She drinks orange juice. She's always positive and shit.
That's a pretty
I'm telling
that's a
you,
low bar.
She's always out there doing something at 7:30 in the morning. Whether it's jogging, she's lifting weights. And I'm like, look at fucking Gabby For You today. If Gabby For You could do it, I could do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
fuck yeah.
There's always somebody who motivates you.
Yeah.
So maybe make exercise videos, whatever the fuck. I don't know. I don't know. But that's what I look at. I always look at Gabby For You, and then second, what the Siamese family's doing. The two little Siamese twins, they grew up in front of me. Now I play with them on the screen when I get high in the morning with my little gato.
He's looking around like, you guys know what I'm talking about, right?
I don't know what I'm talking about. Nobody knows what I'm talking about. There's two Siamese lovers.
Twins?
They're Siamese lovers. It's a page.
Were they connected?
No, they're just Siamese cats. You fuck.
Oh, cats.
Two little evil fucks. And then there's another one. Then there's another lady that does Bruno. When she adopted Bruno, the cat, Bruno was scratching her and killing her and shit. They had to come get him and put him like in a straitjacket, Bruno. But over the years, Bruno has matured into a beautiful little cat.
How much of your Instagram is just cats?
Huh?
Do you just see a lot of cats on it? I've never heard of any
just
of
go
these
for. I don't want to see none of your shit on it. I don't want to see one more stand-up sketch. I don't want to see nothing. I just want to see cats. Anybody who inspired with Bruce Lee, I follow Bruce Lee on there. Every day he drops something on you, even though he's been dead for 50 years.
I was going to say, we're talking about the
Every
same
day
Bruce Lee?
Lee drops something on you. Life is breath, whatever the fuck.
Yeah. I know, it's crazy how like there's literally everything at all times.
Everything.
I was talking to my wife about that with something. I'm like, how did we trade? Because they always said like movies are like not as popular as they were. And it's like, how did we trade, you know, movies like Superbad for power washing a driveway? Like that's literally what people will watch sometimes. Like, and I guess, I don't know. I guess we are just monkeys at the end of the day.
I'm not going to watch fucking political shit.
Oh, no.
I don't want to hear about racism and how Julio wasn't allowed in the fucking banjo store. That's not for me, man. I just want to see cats. That's it. I just want to see cats. If you got a dog, I hang out with a dog too.
Yeah.
I got nothing against dogs. I follow a friend of mine who's got a German Shepherd, but then I got to see his ugly face. And I don't want to put up with him, you know.
Yeah.
His ugly family. But the German Shepherd's beautiful.
That's why I think it's thank God that like at the end of the day, like if I'm feeling like shit sometimes, or if I like, because posting is also like, it's incredibly relentless, but like that's when I feel good about going to do a spot and I'm like, fuck yeah, there's a new bit working. I didn't really have it together this like a week ago. Now I found a way to unlock it, and like it feels good to have like a viable, real skill. Because it does feel like anybody can do internet videos now. Like you said, a fucking cat, right?
Anybody could do it.
It's like, how the hell am I supposed to? Yeah, sometimes like you put in all this work. A good friend of mine will do an incredible skit, and like they wrote it, they shot it, and nobody gives a fuck. And then something filmed with a fucking baked potato gets 50 million views because it was something silly that happened at the gym or whatever. So it's like it's kind of hard. That feels so good to be able to like actually go, and because stand-up is still difficult to do. There's never going to be a way that's going to make it like, oh, anybody can do this. That's never going to happen. Where like AI it's coming for all entertainment. It's coming for fucking everything, but it can't replace in-person real connections, which stand-up. I mean, you know, the other night there was a packed show. I showed up. I was hoping that like, I did like 15 minutes and it was a packed show. It was so much fucking fun, you know, and it makes up for all the shitty ones you had during that week, right? And it was just like, man, this is what I'm talking about. People are just, there's an energy to that, and it's just the fucking greatest, man. Like, so I think that's like you always say, everything always comes around. I've been doing this shit for a long time, man. And like the you also like Louis C.K. had something great about this. He said like when you shave enough of yourself down to fit the algorithm, you're not really making it for anybody anymore.
No,
you're making it for an algorithm.
You're making it for an algorithm.
Yeah, you're not making it for people. And I think that's always like...
Well, that's what happens in L.A. You're a funny motherfucker.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You're a funny motherfucker. You get to L.A. because I've seen this happen. And all of a sudden your agent pulls you aside, a guy who has no idea about anything, and tells you that you're not going to sell a TV show with that material.
Yeah.
That you got to write material for your TV show. And you just killed yourself.
Yeah.
You just killed yourself. You're like, well, now you got to write these Mickey Mouse jokes that are definitely against your fucking will. That's why to be really funny, you have to tap into yourself.
Yeah.
And you have to say something that's sometimes going to be rubbish, but it's your truth. Stand-up is your truth.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It's your truth. And it's not people going, well, you know, if you, like, that's why I hate politics and stand-up. I hate it because in today's market, there's nothing you could say. I'm not political. I'm a felon. So I'm never going to drop no political jargon on you. But at the same time, I see people, no matter what way they go, you're going to be hated, you know?
Oh, yeah.
It's no matter what. So shut your fucking mouth. Even if you bring Trump up as a joke, somebody's going to think. I've seen people get fucking furious and leave shows.
Yeah.
Leave shows over political shit. Like I said, they said your mother has a wooden leg, or, you know, something stupid. But no, they just, I don't want to hear it. And that's what sucks. That I never really... That's why I love the Comedy Store, because I always said what was in my heart. I didn't give a fuck. And the Laugh Factory didn't want to hear it, fine. You go there and you want to see people jump up and down and be cute, that's good. The Improv, I would go there and always light them up because it's not that type of club. So when you go off a little bit, I would go off knowing they weren't going to like me. So if you're not going to like me, here, take this.
Yeah.
Take this, motherfucker. And then they would end up liking you because it's your attitude.
Yeah.
They don't. It's all your attitude. They don't like it. I know you're not going to like me. I know you guys like Zach Galifianakis, who I got nothing against. He's a great guy, but I'm not doing what he's doing. He's clean. He's crazy. And you go in there and drop your knowledge, however the fuck you got to drop it, and they'll go along if they know you're real.
Yeah.
If you're up there with your cocktail, sipping and trying to be cool, they're like, fuck this punk.
Oh, dude.
Fuck this punk.
Yeah. I learned a lesson like that in Austin. I moved to Austin after LA, and that's when I was really into stand-up. And that was before Rogan opened the Mothership, so we were doing a lot of shows. Did you go to the Vulcan at all?
No, never.
Yeah, but you know they were doing it there, right?
Yeah.
And it's a music venue. It's not really made for comedy. And like, dude, I would do the Death Squads with Red Band, and dude, they hated my guts. I had my man bun and my fucking tight jeans. They were like, they were ready to throw fucking chairs at me. They hated me so much. I'd go home and I'd be so depressed. I'm like, how the fuck can I just get better at this? And like, I need to like change what I'm doing or whatever. And I think once I got on stage and I just tried to be who I was, they would get on board because I wasn't trying to like win them over from this superficial kind of way. It was more of just like, you got like, I would go like, I know you guys aren't gonna like me. I know you think I look gay. I know yada yada yada. And like they would be like, all right, I fuck with that. Like Jim Brewer taught me that actually when I opened for him once. But yeah, as long as you, there is this weird energy that took me a while to start shows that weren't mine, where I'd be like, the first 20 seconds, how you got on stage is really fucking important.
Very important.
Yeah, like how you take the mic stand, I take the mic out of the stand, how you introduce yourself.
Very important.
Yeah.
It's the whole kit and caboodle.
It's crazy. You could start off real shitty, and then no matter how good your material is, like, fuck this guy.
The walk, the way you pick up that mic.
Right?
You know, the way you talk to the MC, everything is so crucial, and you got to be real.
Yeah.
Like these guys that come out giggling and with a drink, and they're like,
I know.
And they hug the MC, and I love you so much. You know, fuck you. Fuck you. Go out there, keep it going for Lee, and just open ass. Mm-hmm. Just go. Because then they'll go, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
This guy didn't even, that's what I learned at the open mic last week. Because you always learn something at an open mic. And not that I learned something, but I remembered how you went up early on. Your first line was so rehearsed. Something happened to me the other day on the way to the store. Now, Nick, if I walk into your house, I'm not going to walk in, slam the door, and go, something happened to me on the way to Hudson County Park the other day. No. I'm going to walk in your house and go, what's up, motherfucker? What's for breakfast, right? What's for dinner? What's going on here? Get that fucking dog away from me. That's how people walk in the house. They don't walk in the house like, man, I went across the street and I got a piece of corn and I noticed that. And I never had that because I watched the Young Comedian special with Lenny Clark. And if you watch that special, he says one of the funniest things ever. He comes out from the jump and he goes, how you guys doing? Something funny happened to me. No, he goes, something funny happened to me today. But in reality, no. Most comics come out and say, something funny happened to me today, but nothing fucking funny happened with me. And he just grabbed you. I got home at 6 a.m. My wife was yelling. I had some girlfriend, and he's just going, and you're like, what the fuck is he talking about? And you're like,
and he's already fucking in it.
Holy fuck. Okay.
Wow.
That's the way to fucking come out and do it.
Damn.
That's the way to do it. Lee, can you find that clip up there?
Nick has it. Of what? Lenny Clark on the Young Comedian special?
Young Comedian special. Lenny, Lenny Clark, Carak.
Yep.
C.
Young Comedian special.
He just did the mothership.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Dude, he still does comedy like every weekend in Boston.
Yeah. He's the real fucking deal.
1988?
Yeah.
Nick, I
Damn, man, I wish I was around for fucking
the remote's next to you.
I wasn't around for this either, but this is what I rented when I got into comedy. Before I got on stage, this is what I used to rent. These Young Comedian specials. Who's this ugly person?
I like Boston to see it too. I give this such great people, Boston. People like Paul Revere, John Hancock, the Boston Strangler. And Lenny Clark. Let's make him happy. Okay, Lenny, here we are.
And I also wore a suit because of him, but that didn't work.
Oh, thank you very, very much. How's everyone doing? Y'all have a good day? Yeah, my day sucked too. It's okay. I'm not like a lot of these guys you see on TV. Hi, hello, how are you? What a nice looking crowd. Funny thing happened to me today. Nothing fucking funny happened to me today.
Boom. Right there.
7 o'clock this morning. I get in around 6:55, so I'm fighting for sleep. I'm like, wife comes bouncing into the bed, says, come on, Lenny, it's nice. Let's go out and play, because she likes that. She's young. She's 15.
See, so you can say shit like that.
When I said, honey.
You can't say this shit today. Kill it.
I said, why don't we have a couple of beers?
But that's an opening.
Yeah, that's great, man.
That's an opening.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He wasn't thinking,
Yep.
I even put the suit on after him. I went out, I borrowed money, I bought a suit, and I bombed even harder. So I stopped wearing the suits. Because that's all it is the first 3 or 4 years. It's experimentation. Don't work for you.
Mm-hmm.
And when you bomb a lot, then you start shaving your hairdo. Then you get like a phony fucking mustache. And you're like, this ain't going to work. It's just not funny. I get on the costumes.
Yeah, I tried changing the hair. I'm still fucking crazy. Nothing's working.
And he's hysterical. I'm not saying anything against him, but like, do you think any of it had to do with like Rodney was there? And like Rodney's crowd gets it. Rodney's crowd would be okay with it.
No.
You think that would have got the same response anywhere?
Anywhere.
Okay.
He came out and he said, most guys come out and say, I had a great day, blah, 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 blah. Nothing fucking funny happened to me today. Just that stupid line.
That also is, I always, if you could take the curse word out and the joke isn't as funny, I understand when comedians say that, like when you need the curse, but that was a perfectly placed fuck because you thought he was like this, white bread guy, and that was his way of telling you I have an edge. He looks like Danny Tanner, but he fucking talks like a real guy.
He's buck wild.
Yeah, I like that a
wild.
lot because it was like he came like, hey, you guys are like a nice audience, and I was like, fuck you guys. It was like a nice term. I think that's why that worked for him too, because it was telling people that he was real.
And just watching that stayed with me.
Yeah.
For 28 years. I was like, well, why am I going to come out? Hi, had a ride here. Fuck no.
Yeah.
You take that Superman cape on and you fucking go out there and jump on them. It's like anything else. When was the last time you saw a fight? That fucking black guy comes out and throws 55 punches at you for 2 minutes straight. That's tough to recover from, even if he connects or he doesn't. Yeah. You just got 55 punches thrown at you. Whether he got you in the face or got you in the stomach, doesn't matter. You just locked
Oh,
up.
that's a pretty good analogy.
But he still got your attention.
Yeah.
You got my fucking attention now. And even if the first 55 jokes don't work, well, you got 3 minutes left. You know what I'm saying? You fucking got 3 minutes to bail out. But I love it. I love the mechanics of it. I love how you fucking, like, now I'm trying to write. It is the worst, Eric. Eric, the worst. I am going through the worst writer's block.
Yeah, you hate it?
And I write, I get ideas, I break it down, and all that shit is going against my core. This is what I'm starting to think, that I'm thinking too much into it.
Oh,
just
hell
do what
yeah.
you did for years. Put music on, smoke pot, and see what life brings you. That's it, and take a ride. But now I'm thinking too much. Like, I'm breaking it down like fucking Gene Perret. You ever get one of his books? Gene Perret's comedy writing. He used to write for, like, Lucille Ball. So his ideas of 1965. You're like, you
ever just do like a stream of consciousness? It does like just write.
Yes.
Not even trying to be funny.
When I get up in the morning.
Yeah, that's good.
What I do. I just let it go. And then you look at it after the shower and you're like, I got problems.
Yeah. What the fuck was this?
Fuck. What the fuck is this? I spelled house wrong.
Yeah.
Because you're just writing. You're just dumping.
Yeah.
But then I like to write in the afternoon and then think about it on this ride up. And then tonight when I go home, everybody's asleep. So I go downstairs, I smoke my pot, I put my sandals on, and I could fucking tap out on that. And then the next morning, I look at it. If there's something I like, I keep it. If there's something I don't like, I get rid of it. I get high in the morning and see if it makes me giggle. If it passes the giggle test, then it stays. I like to fucking break down when when you got that joke, when you start laughing like a fucking fag by yourself, and your wife has to come in and go, what the fuck are you laughing about? And you're like, you're not going to believe it. You know, those things.
My wife, I love coming out of my office. And I'll say something. She'll be like, I don't really get it. And I'm like, you don't fucking know anything. I always talk about that.
That's the worst. And they shoot you down.
Of course. My wife's always.
Go shut your fucking
my
mouth.
wife's always like, I don't get it. I'm like, I'm never fucking saying anything to you again.
I don't get it. No, you're not going to get it. You're a fucking housewife watching fucking, you're over here entertained with this fucking limey show.
I just interrupted her from making fucking eggs. Of course, not going to laugh.
No.
Do you write on stage ever?
Oh, 90%.
Yeah, that's where most of your good shit comes, right? Yeah.
90%.
What is that about? I don't get it. Like, there'll be a bit
You know what
I'll
it's
do
about?
for
You got a
years.
gun to your fucking head. You do your best work. You know, you go out there and there's 400 sets of eyeballs looking at you. And they're like this, up in the front. And you're like, there's no time to freeze up.
Yeah.
That's the best way to fucking write, with a gun to your head.
End
the story.
I was doing this bit. I was practicing it, rehearsing, seeing how I was going to say it perfectly. Did it a couple of times, and then randomly, I did it over the weekend, and I had a tag that I was like, where the fuck did that come from? You know, like I sat there with the material and this didn't come to me. But in the moment, that always happens to me. Like I can try, but you have to, right? It's one of those things that I don't know, or they bring it out of you, or you get into a flow state.
You get into a flow
or whatever.
It's
like, yeah,
fucking
when you're
wild.
Yeah.
I did one of Ari's things. The one with the nun. I did a thing about a story that I beat up a nun in the fourth grade and stuff. A couple of weeks ago, I was just stuck for material, and I put it on. And I kept it low. I didn't watch, but I listened as I wrote, just to see if something came out. I listened to it, and I fucking go, I got to listen to this again. 5 or 6 things I came up with that night on stage.
Wow.
I didn't even have them. I wrote the blueprint to it before I left the house, but I didn't really tag it. I just wrote the story out and said, let God put whatever he feels.
Yeah.
He'll figure it out. And that's exactly what I did.
Yep.
And when I watched, one of the funniest things I said on that came up that night. Like I did not think that out at all.
Yeah.
But when you have 100 eyeballs looking at you, shit.
Yeah, that's so funny. I hate to be like too like weird or like hippy dippy, but like there is an energy that like you tap into when there's that
you
many.
make better love when she's not staring at you than when they're just looking at you in the bottom. Like, what are you doing? You try to like fucking look around because you're a wild man, right? You ever get looked at when you're making love? It ain't good. It ain't good, right?
Derek posted as a great joke. He said he was having sex with his wife. In the middle, she scratched her face. Just looking at him, she's just like in the middle of it.
What the fuck are you doing, scratching your face and shit? But it's really weird. I think that's when you that's what I think is going on with me. I just got a block, and I'm trying to write differently. Like I'm trying to write like
you're thinking too much.
John Mulaney.
Oh, God.
And that's not going to fucking work for me. I'm no John Mulaney. You know what I'm saying?
I was doing cocaine the other day. And
oh, my God. When I found out that motherfucker did coke and cheated on his wife, I'm like, oh, that dude's crazy.
Maybe I am. He was like, maybe I am John Mulaney.
Crazy motherfucker, because he looks like the nicest Catholic kid in America.
Mm-hmm.
And
I think he got plastic surgery, though.
That's okay. He's good looking as fuck.
No, I'm just saying it's funny that like that kind of guy, he looks like he wouldn't be into that, right? I don't know. Looks like an accountant.
Coke and cheating. Who knew? I thought he was like a nice kid that went to church on Sundays, hung out with nice white people, and they went to museums and looked at ducks.
I think they do coke too, though. I think people who like ducks do coke too.
When I found out he did coke, I was like, Jesus Christ, these stand-ups have no shame.
Yeah, man.
No shame in their fucking game. Where are you at this weekend, Eric?
I have I'm June 28th. I'm at Westbury Music Fair in Westbury, New York, in Long Island. It's a big place, and then AC. After that, I have some time off. I have a new baby, so I'm trying to be home.
How old is the baby?
More. He's 10 months old.
What's
Yesterday.
his name?
I haven't told anybody his name.
Okay.
I could tell you.
What do you call him?
I call him Zozie.
Okay.
Because his name is Enzo.
Okay.
But yeah.
Good for you.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm just weird about like I mean nobody knows. I'm not fucking famous, but like, you know, a lot of people on Staten Island know who I am, and I don't want them to like know his face or his name or anything.
You missed Staten Island?
I live there now, yeah.
Oh, you went back?
I did, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if we're gonna end up there. We're renting a place, but we'll see. My wife wants to go to Jersey. She wants land. She thinks she's gonna be a farmer or something. I don't know what the fuck she's doing with all this land. But you know, so we'll see. So I got passed at the Comedy Cellar.
Okay.
Then I was like, I got to move back to New York, and then I did it because I was like, we'll test out Staten Island. I don't know if we can go back to be that close to my family. I was like, because we lived in LA, then we lived in Austin, and we loved our freedom. And then when I moved back, we were married for a year, so she wasn't gonna wait any longer. She's like, we have to have a child. So when I'm glad we're there, because like when I like you mentioned Comedy Works, I was in Denver like 2 months ago, and then I went to like Salt Lake and I did Vegas, and I was gone for like 6 days. And it was great. She got to go for walks with my sister and my nieces, and she could hang out with her mom. Whereas if she was in Austin, she would have just been alone. So
with
like
a homeless person.
Yeah. So yeah. I mean, you know, I still love Staten Island. I know that it has a bad reputation, but I'm from there, so I see it differently. It's like the uncle that molested you. It's like, but he's still my uncle. You know, at the end of the day. So
I'm from Jersey.
Yeah.
And I still love it.
Yeah, no,
You know
I mean,
what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I still love it. I had a choice to move anywhere when I left LA.
Mm-hmm.
I could have moved anywhere, and I was like, it's time to go back home.
Oh, dude.
Like, I want my daughter to experience this. I want her to see the shit. She's not going to do what I did, mugging people and fucking around North Bergen, but I want her to see what we saw growing up. You know, I'm real close to the city there. You could throw a fucking rock.
Yeah.
So
don't you feel, too, that, like, when you, I don't know, when people who... I don't want to judge anyone, but like when you'd meet people who are from the middle of fucking nowhere, and they like their whole personality is how much they hate their hometown. I don't know. I feel bad for them, but like I feel like it's a privilege to not despise where you're from. Now I understand if you're gay or if you're in a interracial relationship and you're from somewhere super like oppressive. I understand that and never wanting to go back, but like it's become like a thing to like hate where you're from. And I think that it's more normal to like, I loved my childhood. I loved growing up there. I loved how Staten Island you had to be street smart. You had to be tough. You couldn't be a pussy. People would smell that out of you, and you would fucking get, you know, I grew up fighting, and it teaches you real lessons. And I don't hate it the way that like you're supposed to. I think people are like, what the fuck you still doing there? It's like, well, I grew up there. Everything I know is there. I love the food there. And you know, I don't know. I think that that's more normal. Like I had friends in LA that never went home for Christmas or anything. It was like, I kind of felt bad for
I
them.
didn't go home, but I had nowhere to go. I got no parents. So it's either my family or my wife's family in Tennessee. And no, that's not happening for Christmas.
You in Tennessee would be pretty
That's
fun.
not happening for Christmas. Listen, man, I don't agree with a lot of views that people in North Bergen have. I don't.
Of course.
But it's who made me. The reason why I got on stage, the reason why I didn't take shit from people out there was because what I learned out in those fucking streets. So I could never hate it. I love the East Coast. I mean, Manhattan's a little fucking weird now. You know, it's not my favorite place. Like, it's never going to be the same as it was in the 80s and the 70s.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. And this over here, like this side, this North Jersey, this is my world. I love it.
Yeah.
Where I live now, it's not bad. But if it wasn't for Staten Island people, they'd still be eating macaroni and cheese down there. And fish sticks.
Yeah, you live in Staten Island, the sequel, basically.
I live in the sequel.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'm very happy that they're there.
Yeah.
My best friend is Chris and Steve Murdo. I mean, they're like the mother. They went to Moore. You know, I hear all the stories. My neighbors on this side are from fucking Staten Island.
Yeah.
Half the people I play volleyball with, not volleyball, bocce, are from volleyball. I'm thinking about Gabby for you. She plays volleyball in the morning too.
Yeah.
You know, and I used to go down there in 1998. And there was a Chinese place, Crown Palace, down there. Not your Crown Palace, the bakery, but it's a Chinese joint. But when I went back, all those fucking places are Staten Island. And Butchie's.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking all those places. And those people made that area. That's Marlboro. That's all farms down there. That's all fucking farms.
Yeah.
So if it wasn't for these Staten Island people bringing their food and their flavor, these motherfuckers would still be eating fucking fish sticks.
It would just be Wawa.
Yeah, it'd just be Wawa. Man, this Wawa's good. Oh, let's go home and listen to Bruce Springsteen. You know what I'm saying? Like,
let's listen to Bruce Springsteen and not realize that he's a liberal.
Yeah, but no, now Staten Island and the food and just the attitude, it keeps me together. It keeps my powder dry.
Yeah, dude, they're regular people. They're
regular
construction
people.
workers.
And I love it.
Yeah.
I'm doing Staten Island January 31st, the St. George
Theater? I'll be there.
Fuck yeah, I'm doing it. I'm excited.
Oh, dude, that's going to be great.
I'm going to call Royal Crown. I'm going to call these fucking people. Everybody brings yum.
I'm coming. I'll be there.
50 of the fattest people I know to fucking Staten Island. I'm bringing them up from Texas. I'm bringing them up on a barge. Like those Puerto Ricans, the Mexicans that hit the bridge. That'll be me with a ship full of fat people from fucking Dallas and Houston, the two fattest cities in the country. 800 or more. Nobody less than 800. Even Lee won't be invited. You know what I'm
Everyone
saying?
who got like denied by Dr. Now.
Yeah, everybody that got denied by the Armenian.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Dr. Now, yeah.
Dr. Whatever his fucking name.
Oh, dude, that's going to be great. That's a great theater. Have you been there before?
It's fucking beautiful.
Oh, dude, I do it every year. It's incredible.
Once a year you do it? You should do a residency there. Fuck it. Once a month.
I did two. I think we're going to, I want to push it a little into next year this time because it's like, I don't know. I'm trying to keep it special a little bit. I'm there every December.
I'm just teasing you. Fuck, Staten Island ain't that big. I did a book signing in Staten Island.
Yeah?
And it was great.
Yeah.
It was great.
I mean, you could be from, you basically.
Oh, yeah. I'm a white trash fucking Italian myself. You know what I'm saying? It's fuck yeah. When I went to Staten Island, and the mothers that was showing up, mothers in Staten Island,
oh, they don't
give a fuck.
They don't give a fuck.
Titties in your face. They're hot.
Yeah.
They don't give a fuck. They get divorced. They shoot their lips, and they're back. They put some size 8 on a size 8.5 where the fat hangs over the heel. Yeah. And there you are.
Leopard leggings and looking like Peggy Bundy.
And they bring food, which, that's a class act. When a woman shows up with a cake she made or something.
Yeah.
Then no, they were very good. We had a good time. Eric, it's been a fucking pleasure.
Thank
I wish
you so much.
nothing but luck. I know in 10 years from now, if I'm still alive, I'll see you directing fucking movies like one of these guys, and hopefully you'll think of me and put an old man so I get insurance for 2 years. You know what I'm saying? Give me like 70 grand, just insurance for 2 years. I love you, man.
Thank you so much, man.
What's the soonest date that we can?
Soonest date, Westbury, New York. It's Westbury Music Fair, June 28th. Please,
so come see me on the 27th and go see him on the 28th.
Fuck yeah.
Lee, what's up? Where you at this week?
The 12th, I'm on Gaff West in New York, and then the 13th and 14th, I'm opening up for Josh Wolf at the Albany Funny Bone.
Oh, so you're in New York this week?
I am.
Ain't that nice? How far of a drive?
2 hours, nothing bad.
No, that's nothing.
No, it's going to be great. It's going to be awesome.
All right.
It's a good club.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for the
so
bread.
Much. Of course, please.
And thank you for your nice. He's like, what do you want? What should I bring? I just bring your personality. That's it. And your teeth. That's it. I love you, motherfuckers. Have a great week. We'll see you next Tuesday. Stay black. Hey, Uncle Joey here. Listen, making money moves should be easy. That's why there's Cash App. Cash App is fast and safe. No extra hoops to jump through, no extra stress. All the tools are right there in front of you to help you cash in. It's very easy to get started. You don't even need a bank account. All you need is your phone number or an email address. I love Cash App. My wife uses it for everything. It's secure, and they're about to send money to a sketchy account. They'll let you. The other big guys don't do that. Listen, for a limited time only, new Cash App users can use my exclusive code to earn some additional cash. For real, there's no catch. Just download Cash App and sign up. Use my exclusive referral code, CHURCH, CHURCH, in your profile. Send $5 to a friend, and within 2 weeks, 14 days, you'll get $10 dropped right into your account. Terms apply. That's money. That's Cash App.